One family, man has enough respect. Big up Instagram, when I say, yeah, man. And those in the YouTube sphere, man has respect family. Now, today, in the Observer, give thanks for the Observer for putting out this article. The Observer highlighted a story about farm workers in Canada. We are getting nothing but bad treatment, people. Nothing but bad treatment. Well, I did several videos on that in the past, people. Yeah, man, several videos on that in the past. And when we see the Observer print this, me say, you know what? Yeah, I hope somebody get it. And the farm workers in Canada are sending a message to Carl Samuda. To Carl Samuda to see if him can do something in his power to bring them change. People, me do video like this already. So what we get to understand that now, you got the people who is over these farm workers, where them supposed to help them are not helping them. Them are help them down and working with the employers. You know, that is the white farm workers. Me have a friend who is a white farm worker, farm owner. Used to have farm worker who have brought Jamaican farm workers on our property in Canada. She tell me these things before, and me even bring her up on my page already and make she talk about the bad treatment. So, me can read a few lines of what go on here, out of the Observer. Manners and respect family. Yeah, man. So, employers treat us like we are not human. People, me do several videos on this already, you know. Me I said 2022 now. Because I got farm work one time, you know. I got Canada one time. And must I tell you the bad treatment. A number of Jamaican farm workers in Canada have accused their employers of subjecting them to deplorable working conditions and are appealing to Labour Minister Carl Samuda, who left the island on Sunday, August 13, 2022, for a site visit to a program to have their concern addressed. The Jamaicans who did not reveal their names for fear of victimization named 2 farms on which they are employed and said they are united with their Mexican and Filipino co-workers in calling for better living and work conditions. We are living in a first world country, but both these both these farm rats are eating Jesus. Let me read it again. Man, they said them have rats. We are living in first world country, but at both these farms, rats are eating our foods. We do not have clothes dryer. So when it rains, we are forced to wear cold, wet clothing to work. We live in crowded rooms of zero privacy. There are cameras around the houses, so it feel like we are in prison, the worker said in a letter emailed to the Jamaica Observer, and which they claimed was sent to Samuda August 11, 2022. The Observer was unable to speak to Samuda on Sunday as he was traveling to at a time the newspaper called. The Jamaicans who are employed under seasonal agricultural workers program described the program as systematic slavery and said there have been no significant changes in the conditions over the years. We work for 8 months and minimum wage, can't survive for 4 months back home. Employers treat us like we are not human beings. They don't care about us. We are not asking for charity, but we proud people, and we are looking for dignity, respect, and fairness. The letter read. Letter read. We are treated like mules and punished for not working fast enough. We are exposed to dangerous pesticides without proper protection. Our bosses are verbally abusive, swearing at us. They physically intimidate us, destroy our property, and threaten us to send us home, they said. According to the workers, some of their colleagues at one of the farms, were taken from agriculture duties last week to do landscaping just to make sure the farm looked pretty for minister's visit. After completing the landscaping work, they said the employees had to work extra to catch up with the harvest and will not be paid overtime. Well, people, what going on is an exploitation of the people and bad treatment. We got Canada already, and every man pack up in a bad room, in a one room. You understand me? So every man pack up in a one room. And when the people pack up in a one room, people, every man in a one room, we have to smell man thinking shoes. You have to smell man when they fart. You understand me? At 21st century now, this is going from a long time, people. Long time. And a farm worker, a lady who own a farm in Canada, she tell me about this stuff already. Me do work on this already. Me come out this and me talk about it already. And me put it out there. So I just want you guys to know that the Jamaican government need to know, say, the people them who in Canada and look some aid from the government in the form of speak up for them for better treatment. And them have the liaison officer. The liaison officer, what me get for understand, so the liaison officer who is the go-between the farmers them in Canada, the white farmers where them go work for, and the workers them. So any problem them have, then go to them people there. When them go to them people there, not now go on people. Them take the side of the owner of the farm. And the farmers them might not come back next year. Me hear this from long time ago, you know. So if them ever go out there and say one word, if they ever go out there and say anything to the liaison officer and complain, they're not going to come back next year. You understand me? The Jamaican also said that they fear being kicked out of the program by their employers if they report their experience to Samuda and insist that the truth will be hidden from him and his site inspection. So what on there? So basically, Mr. Samuda is going to Canada based on what I read here now. So I read it again. The Jamaicans are also said that they fear being kicked out of the program by their employers with their report. Their experience, if they report their experiences to the Samuda and insist that the truth will be hidden from him and his site inspection. So it's all like he's going to Canada on a site inspection and he's not going to hear the truth. Everything is going to look good and Farmworkers is going to say, yes, me all right, boss, me all right, boss. Stating that Samuda as minister is responsible for the well-being of the workers, said they are asking him to 1. Lobby the Canadian government to implement and enforce national housing standards. 2. Protect them at work by putting in place an anonymous system to report abusive employers which will not put their safety or jobs at risk. That will not put their safety and job at risk. That's true. We like that part there. 3. Make it easier for transfers to another farm, either during the season or before the beginning of the season. 4. Ensure greater job security and end the practice of blacklisting, meaning banning workers from the program without a chance to appeal or be transferred. 5. Remove the government agent deductions from their pay as they are currently paying for services they're not receiving. 6. Increase accessibility of liaison officers, including more visits to the workplace and bunkhouses during the season. 7. Allow them to represent themselves and their interests in the swap, that is a swap contract negotiation. 8. Provide more education about the contracts they sign and support them to access and enforce their rights. 9. Call on the Canadian government to grant permanent residence status to all migrants on arrival, including seasonal farm workers. If Minister Samuda believes it is in Jamaica's best interest to continue this program, it is imperative that the Jamaican government address these injustices. and listen to our demands. So the farm worker them a cry out people. People them a cry out, so rat on them their food. You know, the whole of them bungle up in a one room. They go up on farm work already, people, and I see it. It's not easy for a man to go up on farm work and bring a soap. When a man go to farm work and bring a soap, family, you have to tell him thanks. When a man go to farm work and bring a soap, tell him thanks and go and go sit down. I go to farm work already at Canada. The first time I go to farm work, people. Me used to them not doing that again. One of the first farmer slavery when you go to farm work with people. Back in the days, you have a strip naked, you know. When we got a town, you got a test. You got a thing to test people. You strip naked. I one time I got a farmer. I left Canada, go back to Jamaica. I'm a one. Yeah, man, I'm a one. One flight, go back to Jamaica. We figure it all out. Now, and when we got a farm the first time, people. I one time I got a farm Canada. So hats off to all farm workers. Hats off to all family. Because me can't do what I do. So when the first time I go to Canada, people, the one time they go farm work. We got town and got test. Naked. When you go in a big old room, strip naked, a pure naked man. Tell me, say people, me look on that back then, me say, you know, it's a disrespect. It's a disrespect that. So what is this? All these black men just stripped like some slave, naked. You call it a physical test, people. They want to, boy, no little dignity. Stripped naked people. Me not lying with a bunch of naked man. When you look behind you and sit all around, you see all type of machine. See Winchester, you see 22, you see pump rifle. You see Uzi? We say people, disgrace. Whatever you know me feel, me'll never forget that, man. I'm still traumatized by that. You do a long time, I'm a join them man there because more I go Canada. Go on farm work and better my life, people. Strip naked with these men. But I ask some younger farm workers and tell me, say, them now do that again. Them make you go in one room and all them things there. But people, you strip naked. And you go before a panel of some people, like about 4 or 5 people or whatever, you know. Sit down around a table before you. They might tell you if you turn around and spread your cheek and cough and bend down and roll over. Before everybody, you know, people. Everybody did it, you know. How you say, man? Everybody did a look on you, all type of man. You put on your clothes, go on, and you go along about that door, like you get raped. As I feel like someone just abuse me. You see it? You know, because I got Canada. No, let me tell you something about Canada trip. People, because when we start travel, we realize what has happened to us, to me. No, people, when we start travel and we realize what happened. When time go to Canada, my friends, we go in at the back of the plane. Back then, they never know say the back door could have opened, you know. Because when you go up on plane, you go up to the front door, people. From them time, they never see back door plane open. I swear to God, people. When we travel on plane now, we don't go to back door. You go right to the front there, where the cockpit then the through. And that's how we come off the through. Then the time, you know, we go upstairs, I go up plane. At the back of the plane, farm work are going on. We're going at the back of the plane. And when they go at the back of the plane, they go to Canada. Them have people that they have a chaperone there and wait for us. You know? And wait for we. Different farm come for we. You know, one big van. You know, some people take some. You know, some of we, you know, come from Jamaica, you know, hot farm worker, trang boy, them, you know, ready to go. Yeah, so they have chaperone who come take some of we gone, so in a different vehicle. Then a bunch of we pack up in a one vehicle, this big van. And while we're driving on this big van, they start dropping off at different farms, like, then we drop off 2 years so at a farm. 3 days, so them drop off at a gas station or somewhere like that, and the farm worker boss would be there waiting to pick us up. You understand me? Late at night, you come from Jamaica and I know where you go. Me say when a man left from farm work and bring a soap come go back in Jamaica, better show him some respect. You don't know where you go from the dark place I first me I got Canada. My time to stop now, you know, come and say my drop off, man. My time to stop on old white man come pick me up, you know, and pick up truck. And me alone they come pick up. Me don't know where me I go with this whole triple up. It's a white man, I don't know where me I go with the family. So the man came up a one place, like one barn house. One house make out of zinc. First, we pass the farmhouse, the original house up on top. You know, like I hope them live a theme house, you know. Nice house up front. You know, I see farm equipment and say, you look like a farm in the pan. Just like I come from Jamaica, you know. When I land in the room, dark. Whole man in a one big room. I come, you know, Jamaican man, a one youth, you know me know. You know my family, me know his family, they come from same place. Go in a room, a bunch of man people. You have one little fridge there, you buy your thing and you put it in the fridge and one little stove there. You're up and cook a man and wait for man to cook. You know, and a woman have to wash your clothes and a washing machine. You have to wash your clothes or sometimes you come from work after the farm late at night time. You have to wash your clothes. You know, everything that's dusty and dirty and farm in the pan. The only time a man put on clothes are Friday when a man get paid. And you put on your clothes to get paid, you go to town. The man shop you go to town, your clothes dusty because every equipment upon the farm, if I the pickup truck, if I the van, full of your dust. We live in the farmer there. And one time I go people, and that was my experience. It was hard, people. And I normal work on farm work when a man got farm work. One room. So if a man in the room, like in a different time when you have the big sea, I go round. Bunch of men in one room, people. These men have money, can afford the farm workers them better living condition, the people. Them can do that. Them have money can do it. Because me have a friend who have a farm in Canada will tell me these things. You understand me, family? I'm going to have her on a program soon. She's a white woman. And she have a farm in Canada. And she told me when this big sea come, when the big sea did come, I'm going to do videos like this already, the people. When the big sea came in and farm workers was to go to Canada. And they had to sign over them rights. That means if anything happened to them in Canada, if them even dead by the virus, they're not going to hold the farm workers in Canada responsible. So therefore, if you're dead, go back to Jamaica, nothing happened to you. Or whatever might happen to you, out of the big, you're going to the abyss. Remember, you know, the first set of farm workers when they go back, go Canada, just after, in the big sea, they might go there and they don't know where they might go, what will happen to them. But the white lady called me and tell me that, and I did a video on it already. Said to ask the Jamaican government if to stand up for the workers. Why the Jamaican government have these workers sign over them rights? So if anything should happen for the farm over here in Canada, it's not the farmers, the farm boss responsibility. You understand me? So no farm workers, stuff happen to them at farm over here, so they go back to Jamaica, sit down. It's like there's no recourse. It's like them asking for aid from the government. I mean, do enough videos like these already, people. Them asking for aid from the government must step in. Like me say, the liaison officer, that is the person, like the shop steward at the job, the union rep. That's like the liaison officer. That's the person who the farm workers would go to if they are abused on the farm and tell. So hold on there. So how much level of abuse are going to Canada and the farm worker them have to suck it up and go back to Jamaica, go sit down and can't say nothing. Me wonder now, how much abuse are going on the farm them at Canada in any way, physical, sexual, verbal, any alley. What kind of abuse is going on in Canada right now? And the workers cannot say nothing because if they speak, they can't come back next year at Canada. And just because they want them look a job, They probably start building a little house at Jamaica. You know, they just want better them life. Them can't say not because the liaison officer, who we people think I know me about them liaison officer there. Them do not work for the workers, the farm workers from Jamaica. They do not work for the farm workers. They work for the landowner, the farm owner, who them work for. So when these workers from Jamaica, I saw it's supposed to go in. The liaison officer should be like a union rep. We go to with any condition, any situation, any complaint. And them walk in that room, family. Or go to the boss with find out what happens if we can fix this. But they are bought out people. They are sold out. So the workers, as you can hear them say, Carl Samuda is doing a farm inspection today. Minister of Labor is doing a farm inspection today. But what the farm workers are saying, that him not gonna see the right, and I'm gonna get the right story, because when him come, then him, the farm worker them can't say nothing to him because they might not have them job. So can you imagine the trauma these men are going through at Canada just because they want a job? Can you imagine the type of pain these men are feel at Canada, family? Just big up all the farm worker them, because it's farm worker first bring a sound system coming in my community. When we left from town, I got a country to live up in the mountain. Apart from the one little street light to run from the main and one yes and one next mile down so. A farm worker make enough away. Dance to music in our local country hills, not true? Place dark, the farm worker bring the local Delco, the electrical thing, the Delco family. And they crank it up, they put them gas in it. And hook up them light in it. And we have light, and farm worker bring the local TV. The one local TV in the community, every man sit down and turn up out the door and watch. Who remember them days in Jamaica? Whenever you got a shop place, I go watch on TV. Hold away. I got people window go peep to and watch TV. Eh? But don't forget the role the farm workers play. Especially in our country. Yeah, man. Big up all the farm workers, them. Sound system, them. Me used to run farm worker, we have sound system. And me used to go up on them sound system, we go DJ. And family, we can't wait till the man go farming and come back. I know I bring a next 2 speaker. I know I bring a next piece of amps. And when my boss come back from farm work, the sound are going to be bad enough. They can't test because maybe say I bring a piece of PV amps and the place got turn up. Who remember them days, the family? So from them days, the man got foreign, got farm work. Long time for our boy. So there's no improvement till now. Man I got foreign from before me grow up as a big man and said, me I got town, got test, go strip naked like a slave to go to Canada. Man I got foreign before that. Some man I got foreign from way back when the devil was a boy. And the living condition have not improved. When me tell you say me got farm work, the one time the people, that is way before me leave Jamaica. So I think about what, over 30 years, and these men still pile up in a one room, people. 30 years, man. Big up yourself, family. Don't have Instagram there. One I do. No good. Man, that's a respect, man. No love. Yeah. You must say, people, over 30 years and the man in living condition not change. The man they must get out their room, brother. If I'm two to a room, them can afford it. Because you know the white woman tell me, say, they get loan from, they get money to do these things, you know. The woman that own farm over there. Make a make she come on one day, people. Make a make she call in. Make a make she call in and come drop the bomb again. Because she come from a program on Facebook already, you know. And to talk about what's going on with the farm workers. And the farmers that we own the farm over there. They are getting perks, enough perks from the government. These farm workers don't live free. They have to pay for everything. Somewhere along the line, they have to pay for everything. The little light that they use to put them the little fridge to put them food in. And the little stove them I use, nothing is free. They might get it back. Plus the farmers, they might get what they might get from the government who have this farm working program. But the government of Jamaica need to stand up for the workers. Somebody need to stand up. Somebody need to stand up for the workers. Somebody need to stand up. You know, it will take the government of Jamaica or some who live in Canada. We know people. Some of the Jamaica don't need to live in Canada. No, come out, come placard. That's how we make nice and bring attention to this. You know? Yes, man. Some of them live in Canada. I mean, none of our family members will probably upon the family too. And friends. None of our man will come every year upon the family too. You can't fool me. Yeah, man. So, it's like we take something our own and people. It's like you take some Jamaicans who live in Canada, come out, a couple of handful of uno, come out, put a placard and put it on social media. I don't think they want people. That's how you get things done. Draw some attention to the thing, people. Do you understand what Carlos said? Because you cannot have 40, 11 man in a one room. Man boot think, man foot think and can cool all night in your face. Man a poop and you have to smell it, just nasty up the place. The virus are grown. You know, I mean, it can't work, so family. You know? The man said, when we call the liaison officer for help, they do not respond to us or worse. They take our boss's side and put a red mark next to our name, so we are not hired back anywhere next season. This fear what stops. You hear that, people? And for you liaison officers, I do. When we call our liaison officers for help, they do not respond to us or worse. They take our boss's side and put a red mark next to our name, so we are not hired back anywhere next season. This fear is what stops us and our fellow migrant farm workers from speaking up for our rights as workers and humans. They said, think about you living under my fear. The Jamaicans also said that they fear being kicked out of the program by the employers if they report their experience to Samuda and insist that the truth will be hidden from him on his site inspection. So Mr. Samuda, like I said, is over there. And I hope somebody hear the youth them cry. And the farm workers them cry, these men cry. And fix it. And as usual, the government of Jamaica won't do anything to this. It seems as if we are bootlickers. It's like when we go to see foreign leader, we don't sit down and talk to them like a man to man. Do you understand me, people? It's like when we see these white people, we don't talk to them like a man to man, like we're afraid of them. We are slaves, and that me notice. It looks like so when Jamaican leaders go around white people, they melt. You know, look at them in the eye and just talk to them and say, me and you are complaining that the workers are not being treated properly. How can we fix this? Because it's unfair that in 2022, these men live from their decent home in Jamaica. Some of them live in very decent home. Not everybody live chaka chaka Jamaica. Don't get that twisted. You're not going to tell them that, you know, but they come to your country and be living in squalor, even rats eating their food with the coronavirus, with the concern of virus and the pox and all these things. You have all the workforce, it pile up in a one room. You don't think it's time the Jamaican officials grow balls now when they see white people and know if they tell them and tell them the truth on our behalf? Stop melt, man, when you see other people. Stop melt, man. You make like a butter when you see foreign people. Especially people with a little accent. Jamaican politicians melt like butter, family. I don't like me, I tell you that. They melt like butter, man. But anyway, man, as I respect, I come to show you going with the farm workers people. If I like these things. So, go and follow me down there, so. For Instagram, subscribe, and Facebook, and YouTube, see away. Facebook, go and follow me. Man, as I respect everybody. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's see what's going on there. Well, somebody said they would call us. There will be just Mexican workers and Filipino workers and Jamaican workers cause havoc. Well, that makes some sense. That makes some sense to family. Because as you can see, even though the workers them say the Filipino and the Mexicans are behind them. Well, if you notice, them push up the Jamaican them for you see Jamaican them attack. I'm not saying that because I've not read any the Mexican paper. I'm not gonna say that the complaint is not there regarding the Mexican and the Filipino in their country. Maybe in their language somewhere out there, there's a complaint out there regarding the farm workers, the treatment on the farm. I'm gonna dig that up, That is my research. I'm gonna look for their complaint, the Filipino complaint and the Mexican complaint. And you should do so to people. Carlos always are sending to go read, and go research some stuff. I could find the Mexican complaint and the Filipino complaint against what's happening in Canada, right? Because the Jamaicans are saying that the Filipinos and the Mexicans are behind them. So you don't want, so it might be a case where other people say, go on, man, go on, man, go on. And when they look behind you, you say, you on what army? Just you alone. But that don't mean, say, because a fear family, nobody's supposed to work like this. Once and for all, nobody's supposed to work like this. So what if a few men never come back to Canada before them because of expose them? Y'all do it for the next generation to come. Sometimes you have to be brave, But some of you don't have to lose nothing. And that's how this thing work. You have to take chances, family. You have to stand up. We have to stand up. What about people lose a lot of things for change, even them life, so that you and I can have a better life on this earth today. Many people lost their lives. So me and you can have changes, man. Change is not easy. So they'll take a one or two farm work over there to sacrifice them job. And that's go on, people. That's the only way change will come. And the only way change will come. Like a few farm workers stand up. As you can see, they are reporting to the Observer anonymously. They don't give them name. They're quiet. A bunch of them say, yeah. But how many of them is going to stand up and said something? Because if somebody said, all right, if real help come, say real change came, right? And Mr. Samu would work or something with the Canadian government and say, okay, we hear these guys cry. We're going to try fix it. We're going to send some agents, some real people who are going to bring them change. Not like the liaison officer who's going to take the other people's side or make them not come back. We're going to make them come back, but we just want to hear their side. When real help come, if real help should come like that, because of the intimidation and the fear of not coming back to Canada, these men will still say, everything is all right, boss. No, we don't have no problem, boss. No, we all right. No rats, boss, no rats. May I tell you right now, if real change come that they're asking for, representation and stuff, and a real change come and say, look here, guys, this change is not like the liaison officer. This is real change. And guys, I'm here today from the Minister of so-and-so, and I'm here to hear you guys cry so I can change the work condition at your job and your living condition so we can get your voice heard, blah, blah, blah. These workers, may I tell you people, the Jamaicans are not going to say nothing because they're not going to trust nobody to tell their story that them see show up in Canada there. They're not, because fear of losing them job. So hear me say no. Somebody, one or two of them go jump out, and say, yeah man, we not live good, man. Say rat, yeah man, rat eat up a rice. Let me show you, boss. Come on. Let me show you, boss. You see them? They don't answer on the boss because them don't want to get in that trouble, but me no care. Me I take one for the road. People, it's so funny about that, Somebody if you go like that. I was say, boss, me I take one for the road, Yeah, man, let me show you the rat and the rice on the floor and the bread that the rat eat up. Come on, boss. Let me show you. Come on, let me show you. You show him. Yes, you're going to lose a job. But somebody got to do something, people. Change don't come easy. Somebody have to stand up. So if change really come and everybody just quiet, the man say, guys, you guys okay? How's this farm? Are you guys, everything is good? Living condition, right? Yes, boss. We're good, man. Couldn't be better, boss. No, boss. No complaint. No rodents. No rodents, boss. No rats. No, boss. Rats never eat a cornmeal. No, boss. We're good, boss. Think about that, family. So fear will cause a lot of things. Even if you've been sexually abused. Abused in a different form. So don't tell me, say, about the abuse in the world. Sexual abuse is not part of what farm workers might be going through in Canada. You don't tell me that. Don't tell me, say, about the abuse, physical, mental, all type of abuse in the world of people. Don't tell me that sexual abuse might not be part of what some of these farm workers are going through. I can't say nothing. Some of them might be have to be forced to work their boss. I can't talk. People, me love you. Me love the manners of respect. And I will talk to you guys later. I could have a reason with farm worker bridging them. And, me could share the video if it means anything to you. See? Manners and respect out there. Peace.